Overreaction Monday. What are we overreacting to, Dagan? What do we got? What are these guys going to overreact to? All right, Joshua May says there are only 5 teams, only 5, that can win a national championship. 3 from the SEC, Auburn, Bama, Florida, 1 from the Big 12, Houston, and 1 from the ACC, Duke. That's it. That's the list, RC. Overreaction or no?
Wow.
That's wrong. Come on, bro.
I would add Iowa State.
Yep.
I would add Iowa State. And if you
Florida.
let me add who?
Florida.
Florida's on there.
You gotta add Florida.
Florida.
Oh, Florida's on there. Okay,
that was on there.
My bad.
I'm
drunk. I apologize.
Yeah, probably. I'm not denying that. That could be possible. If you give me Iowa State, on that list, I would place a bet that the Natty comes from one of those 6 teams.
Okay, so you think 6? You'd add Iowa State, and you're comfortable with that 6?
I would love if you would give me 7. I'd like to add Tennessee maybe, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't fight you on it. But I'd like to add Tennessee. But if you did that, then yeah, I'd say I would feel comfortable placing a bet, adding Iowa State
on those 7.
Yeah, to my list. Yeah. I would say yeah. I would say my national championship this year is coming out of those 6, 7 teams.
Is that where you're at, Jarrell? Those 7 teams too? You'd add Iowa State and Tennessee, or is there another?
Iowa State, Tennessee. I think maybe St. John's. Maybe St. John's.
That's an interesting call. I mean, that's a big statement to make about them. But man, the way they guard. You know what I mean?
I like the team. Yeah, I've seen enough of them. I like their team. I just think if everything lines up the right way,
yeah,
they're pretty much in the catbird seat now. They're gonna have to fend off Creighton, but to win the Big East, I think if they do that and they win enough, whatever the amount of games they need to win, or to win in the Big East tournament, just to stay in in the 1-2 seed area. I think they got a real chance. I think
I think the only team I would add that we haven't talked about yet is Arizona. I mean, we've seen Caleb Love have those kinds. I mean, he had the tournament run 3 years ago where he was absolutely nuclear, and took North Carolina damn near single-handedly to the national championship game. So, you look at that, with Bradley and Lewis and the way they guard with Caleb Love shot making, like, you see what they've done in the Big 12. I just think they have to be the 8th team, RC. Why can't Arizona be the 8th team?
I won't argue that. They're playing well right now. Like I won't argue that. But if you're asking me about the team that I think that best wins the national championship, my Arizona is as good as they're playing right now. I wouldn't say I'm expecting to be in another month to be that. I hadn't seen that all year. They're playing really well right now. No doubt about it. I'm not saying they can't win a couple of games, or if you were telling me they're a team that could make a run to Houston, but I'm talking about cutting down the nets that I think are really good. Like you said, St. John, I think Iowa State is really good defensively. I think Houston are really good defensively, like St. John is, but I think they're better offensively. I think those are 2 teams that are better on the offensive side of the ball.
Agree.
They scored a lot better than St. John does. So Houston, as we just talked about, if they don't turn it over, how do does St. John score enough points in their half-court offense to beat a team like Houston? That's why. So, again, I'm not saying I'm betting my house. You know what I mean on one of those 7. But if I would place a nice size wager that you give me those 7 teams, that there will be my teams that one of those 7 would win a natty.
Yeah, I don't know I haven't checked what the odds are on BetMGM, but to your point, I think like today might be a good time to bet Iowa State a future on them to win the title, because they haven't gotten Momcilovic back yet, and when they do, like let's not forget they were a tipping away from plus 16 to 1.
He just came back.
Okay, got you. So he's back, and okay, but still 16 to 1. He's just getting his legs back, and let's not forget they were tipping away from beating Auburn in Maui. So, I mean, they've shown you just what they can do when they're fully healthy. So I think 16-1 is a really good price. All right.